Good afternoon and welcome to the FA Cup weekend. It's a London derby. Tottenham Hotspur take on Millwall, the last ever FA Cup match at White Hart Lane. And the teams are coming out at a full capacity at the famous old ground. Will this be a routine win for the Spurs, or can the Lions roar to the semi-finals, and cause the only shock possible in the FA Cup, as Arsenal got rid of Lincoln City yesterday? Spurs, of course, are the favourites to join Man City and Arsenal. And I've got to say, Spurs have put a strong line-up against the Lions, but I think Millwall, if they can keep things tight like they did against Leicester at the Den, they do have a chance of causing a shock. It's going to be tricky because Tottenham Hotspur have one of their former loanees, the one and only Harry Kane, 20 plus goals this season. And he's going to be the danger man for Tottenham. Also, Ali and Son are in the team. No place for Atkinson. But Millwall, of course, got King in goal. Cunningham's, Webster, Cooper and Craig. Wallace, Thompson, Williams and O'Brien in midfield. And Gregory and top scorer Morrison going for the famous 4-4-2. In the studio is Teddy Sheringham, scored 33 goals in the 1991 season at the Old Den. A very famous player for Millwall and Tottenham. Millwall playing in yellow and Spurs playing in their famous, white and blue kit. We're just waiting now for kick-off. Three key players on the bench for Tottenham: Lloris, Walker and Atkinson. And the referee today is Martin Atkinson.
Martin Atkinson is the referee.
The game is just about to kick off.
When you're up against Harry Kane and Dele Alli, then you know you are up against.
Gotta say, the FA Cup has been superb this year, the oldest cup competition in the world, and we haven't been disappointed this season. Except my team went out in the first round.
Do you know what? Neither had I, but I thought someone must have beaten me to it. Neil Harris played in the cup final in 2004 on the losing side to Manchester United. Can he guide Millwall to the cup
it's Millwall to kick off.
We know that Arsenal are there. We know that Manchester City are there into the last four. Will it be Tottenham or will it be Millwall? With Chelsea
So
and
Millwall get us on the way, playing a long ball, but Tottenham will clear that and win a free kick.
From left to right, of course, with Martin Atkinson in charge and Tottenham Hotspur in the white and dark blue.
Tottenham's last win was in 91. Haven't won the FA Cup since. Back then they held the record with 8 wins in the FA Cup.
It's going to be a boisterous atmosphere. There's that ball from Alderweireld, first of the afternoon.
And that's a poor ball, won't reach no one.
Quite on the mark with his first attempt.
The redevelopment of the ground is well on the way.
Came to Liverpool on trial and we played a couple of reserve games together. He's a great lad, actually, decent footballer. Had a good career, but he's a really nice lad, and pleased to see him.
Of course,
so well.
Celtic beat Rangers in the Old Firm.
Excellent goal scorer.
And later on today, Liverpool take on Burnley in the Premier League.
From Gregory towards Morrison, but through to Vaughan.
So this is what the FA Cup is all about.
Here's Wanyama.
And Tottenham being the only non-league team to win the FA Cup back in 1901.
But Trippier never lets them down, Danny.
As Tottenham come forward, playing some nice football. Millwall with 8 men behind the ball, that's good defending.
Here is Trippier. Son Heung-min, who has actually scored 4 goals in this tournament in 7 appearances.
Long ball play by Tottenham.
Here's Kane, just nicked away from him in the nick of time, but lost again. Son Heung-min couldn't quite.
I will say it was good defending that from Millwall, making sure Harry Kane didn't even get a sniff at goal. At the moment it is Tottenham with more possession.
Craig in the way.
And of course there will be no replay at the Den. This game will be finished today, an extra half an hour, and the scores are still level. We have penalties, which, to be honest, I don't agree with.
Ben Davis, new contract signed this week.
I think, could Tottenham do anything here? No, that ball went out of play.
Millwall were hoping to get it behind for the corner.
I thought that ball went out of play. Is this a chance for Millwall to come forward? Oh gee, you can't be doing that, giving the ball away to Tottenham. Now Tottenham have a chance. Oh, good shot from Winks and a good save from the Millwall keeper. At the moment, Spurs well on top.
Wanyama.
Millwall can't afford to concede a goal in the first 10 minutes.
Holding off O'Brien. Here's Harry Winks. Tottenham have spent much of this opening, 3.5 minutes camped inside Millwall territory. Here's Son Heung-min. Harry Winks around the corner, back to Son, and King had his post covered.
Yeah, we saw the Winks shot just a little bit earlier. Not a bad effort.
Tottenham yet to play out of London.
Just got to be careful, Millwall, not to pay them too much respect. Dropping off too deep, letting them have space to shoot from there.
Because next season, Spurs will be playing at Wembley.
Who's just sort of finding his way, really, in senior football. Released by Crystal Palace, had a loan spell at Welling and another at Braintree. Just celebrated his 22nd birthday, the Millwall deputy. Got a feel for Jordan Archer, young goalkeeper, Spurs trainee. Groin injury, missed the last 4 games. I'm told he did everything.
25 are listening. Hello, how are ya?
But in the end, beaten by the injury and denied the chance to face his former club. That's a good ball.
Ball play down the right now. Is this where Spurs take the lead? No. Corner to the Spurs. And Harry Kane took a knock there.
I know he's been scoring a lot of goals. He's done something.
Got some good challenge in.
Well, this is the constant nagging fear
as he lands now on his right ankle.
It's the nagging fear for Spurs fans all the time, isn't it? Particularly given that Vincent Janssen has not really looked to be an able deputy so far.
Well, we didn't quite see it then.
Well, I don't think Spurs want Harry Kane injured.
And he lands on his right foot. He just loses balance with the ankle. I think he maybe touches maybe Webster.
Well, he's off the pitch, so play can carry on. And
well, corner now for Spurs.
Take the resulting corner. Headed out by Thompson.
Could this be a good result for Millwall, seeing Kane go off?
Winks, King.
Is Kane going to be coming back?
Yeah, this is the Winks chance we've just seen. Good to see him getting some shots off, nice and confident.
Here's Wanyama.
Oh, well played by Wanyama.
Harry Kane, meantime,
Oh,
is
it's a
back on
good
his
bowl.
feet, but hobbling behind the goal.
And here
Son
comes
going
Spurs
in here,
again.
accelerating towards Cooper. Dele Alli inside the penalty area. Good feet by the South Korean, then stayed on his feet.
Good save.
King at the post again. That's 4 or 5 saves already from Tom King.
He's done the same again, Son.
King's done very well so far in goal for Millwall.
Seems to be shoot on sight at the moment for Spurs, regardless of where.
Yeah, give fair play to Millwall. They defended well so far. They've kept Tottenham out. It's going to be a busy afternoon in that final third for Millwall. They're not going to see much of the ball. They didn't see much of the ball at home to Leicester, but they came away with a 1-0 win, and they were down to 10 men.
Fingers crossed for him, because we know they're struggling in that area. We always talk about it.
Here's Kieran Trippier. Jan Vertonghen.
Here comes across from Tottenham, and that'll... Oh. They tried to come away with it, Spurs, and now Kane is going down the tunnel.
Yeah. He's had a couple of ankle issues in the past. Maybe we'll see it better on this angle.
Is that a good omen for Millwall?
Yeah. His right ankle is caught between the legs of the defender and bends.
I have a feeling Kane's not coming back, is he?
Yeah. Well, it'll be a disappointment to Gareth Southgate as well. England with those 2 games coming up. The friendly against Germany and the match against Lithuania in World Cup qualifying. Harry Kane is yet to play for England under Gareth Southgate because of injury.
I still find it hard to believe Gareth Southgate is the manager. Just shows you how bad things are for the England national team when the best choice for the management came down to Gareth Southgate.
So Christian Eriksen is getting instructions.
But I'm sure it doesn't matter how bad England play next week, we should beat Lithuania.
He hasn't got any confidence in the lad Janssen, has he? I mean, if your striker's going off,
so this game saw Tottenham. It looks like there's no Harry Kane. Not confirmed yet.
Gregory running into Wanyama. Alderweireld covering.
And I think it's just about to be confirmed as Pochettino looks like he's going to have to make a substitution that he didn't want to make.
Here's Davis. Well cut out by Thompson.
Talking about substitutions, if it does go to extra time, they'll be able to use an extra sub before substitutions
Trippier
for extra time.
Angled header clear only as far as Dele Alli. Harry Winks using the width well. Trippier
Ball
again.
comes in and that's well over.
It's unlike him, isn't it? Jinxed him a little bit. His quality from there, normally very good.
So Christian Eriksen comes on. Jan Vertonghen taking the captain's armband.
On comes Eriksen and Kane has gone off. And then Tonga will be the captain for Spurs. That could breathe some confidence into Millwall. But it's Spurs coming forward again.
Dele Alli are going to almost play as a 2 with Eriksen just behind. Here's Son.
Son on the ball. Can't go nowhere.
10 minutes have been almost all Spurs, but the story is the injury to Harry Kane so far, unfortunately. Here's Eriksen. Jan Vertonghen.
Vertonghen's going to shoot. No, he's not. Oh, he did finally shoot, but it came to nothing. Spurs definitely
Wanyama.
dominating.
Every yellow shirt now behind the ball.
Yep.
Ben Davis. Winks. Thought about
Winks
the shot and then
plays it over.
It cleverly away to the far side. Trippier inside to Son. Eriksen. Decent block.
Nothing there for Eriksen. Could Millwall break here? Millwall yet to even get a shot on goal, and unfortunately not able to get to that ball.
So I did the first bit so well. Great touch. from Morrison.
And there'll be, I think, a free
Need
kick.
to give it away. We had time to settle on the ball and wait for some support. This is the foul on Son. No arguments there. The back four of Millwall, they've got really nice shape, but they're too narrow. You've got to, if you go too narrow, you're making it so easy for them to get crosses in. You've got to find that balance.
I've got to say, in League One, Millwall haven't conceded a goal for a long time. They are the form team in League One. Here comes the free kick from Spurs. And Wink shoots wide of the left post.
Reached the playoff final last season with Millwall, Neil Harris, and lost that final to Barnsley. He's only 39. Nickname inevitably perhaps.
Maybe to remind you who Barnsley were placed in the playoffs.
Eric Dyer's header. Williams, Cummings. Well, they've not done much other than defend in this opening period of the game, Millwall, but they've got through it.
I've got to say, Millwall have defended very well in that opening 10 minutes under the cosh, but defended solid. Kept Spurs at bay, the keeper's done well. And Spurs come forward again. And Millwall are keeping a very good shape indeed here at the Lane.
Good ball, Davis.
And there'll be a corner.
Behind off Jed Wallace for the Spurs corner
if
kick.
Tottenham are to go through to the semi-finals, they're going to have to work very hard to get that semi-final place.
Very similar to Aston Villa did here a couple of rounds ago.
So Christian Eriksen to take.
Here comes the corner from Eriksen, straight in, and I don't know what happened there. Is that a corner or a goal kick?
If you are just joining us, Harry Kane substituted in the 7th minute with
corner to Spurs.
Like a nasty injury to his right ankle.
I'll say Spurs won't want him out for too long.
Eriksen's corner carefully delivered into the box. Space here for Jan Vertonghen. He's used it intelligently. Son Heung-min couldn't quite reach it, but he liked the attempt.
Unlucky. Winks have started brightly.
Still 0-0.
Yeah, good little pass from Vertonghen. A few yards ahead of Son, who's now got the responsibility of trying to run in behind, find the space, give them a focal point.
What a solid view of the game. In a crane. Best view of the game. And he's getting paid to watch the game. How lucky can you be? As Spurs look like they nearly scored. The game, good defending that from Millwall.
Here's Morrison. The free kick goes Tottenham's way for a foul.
Free kick to the Spurs.
Dele Alli here, beautifully found.
Yeah, Trippier with the
great ball to Dele Alli. Well played by the keeper.
Who's caught in no man's land and should do better, really, Dele Alli.
It's Vertonghen trying to play it between Wallace and Cummings.
Dele Alli just had a bit of a moment's lapse there, thinking, I'll pass it to, oh no, he's been subbed. Ali was looking for Harry Kane before he remembered he'd been substituted.
Doesn't always make the bench in the cup, but he has today. That's nicely played, Eriksen. That's another Spurs corner. The weight of pressure continues to grow on Millwall's goal.
Yeah, it's another good move from Tottenham.
But so far Millwall have dealt with it.
Eriksen
fair play.
Behind. Different players getting in that space is important.
Just keep the shape. Here comes the corner on that right side.
Ericsson with this delivery. Short to Dele Alli.
Oh, I don't know what that was, but Ericsson now puts the ball in. It's headed away.
Positioning from Cooper to get ahead on that in front of Toby.
Good defending from Millwall. Can't move forward as it as well. Could this be a chance for Millwall to take the lead?
Throw in deep in Tottenham territory.
I thought Vaughan would have got that, but he hasn't.
Well, you can see why they keep so many clean sheets. I mean, I'm sure they're not quite this negative in the league, but they're very, very well organised, got a really good shape.
Conceded 2 in 13. They went 14 and a half hours without conceding at all.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Very well organised team under Neil Harris.
I've got to say, with Gillingham playing Millwall, we'll be safe. Millwall, one of the best defensive teams in League One, up against one of the worst defensive teams in League One.
As Wigan went on to lift the cup.
Millwall keep clean sheets, and Gillingham just give goals away for the fun of it.
Ericsson, blocked by Thompson. Millwall's number 8, Ben Thompson, is very highly regarded, been given a 4.5-year contract, lifelong Millwall fan. He was at that final actually in 2004 as a 10-year-old with his dad. That's well won. Now
that's a good ball there. Can Millwall do something here? Could they surprise? Got to get the ball in there quick now. Ball put in there as a ball. Straight out forward. Good effort. Now Spurs to counter attack.
Wanyama. Oh, look at that run.
Ball played over.
Trippier just couldn't control it.
And they'll go out for a goal kick.
Because he might have done more with that.
Yeah, it was a great break, wasn't it?
Great break, but Trippier should have kept control of the ball there.
Just under 4,000 Millwall fans at White Hart Lane today.
Since Kane has gone off,
on this ground, 2 draws,
it looks like Spurs have just lost something.
3-3 in March 1978. Glenn Hoddle was amongst the Spurs scorers that day. And Brian Hamilton for Millwall, actually, former Everton midfielder and Northern Ireland international. Trippier forward to Son.
Oh, Son on the ball. It's like Spurs' game plan was just get the ball to Harry Kane. Now he's gone off.
I like Millwall's middle two.
It's like Spurs have lost their game plan.
A clever player. Both of them are tenacious. It's Alderweireld.
Look on Millwall coming forward. They've won a free kick.
On Thompson.
One thing is for sure with those two, they're going to get through a lot of work, but they look like they're more than willing to do it. Yes, Ben Thompson there did well.
I don't think Millwall should put everyone in the box, just in case they get caught in the counter attack.
For the League One side.
There's a chance here now for Millwall.
Jake Cooper, all 6'7" of him, up from the back for Millwall, number 24.
6'7". Put the free kick and aim from him. He should be have no problem heading the ball in the net.
Not many people could look Peter Crouch in the eye, but he could.
Cooper's nearly 1 foot 2 inches taller than me, as I'm only 5'6".
All week, Millwall.
In comes the free kick. Oh, is anyone going to get the end of it? No, I think that's going out for a corner.
Bounced off possibly Davis, actually.
It's going out for a corner.
Yeah, it was a good delivery. Looking for Morrison on the back. Good movement in front of them as well.
Millwall's first corner of the game. "20 minutes played. Sean Williams to take this.
There comes the corner.
Williams delivery, Vaughan,
And Vaughan
collects. From
collects.
Gregory, possibly fouled by Gregory, actually, but he claimed it anyway.
Yeah, it's a good take. Difficult ball.
21 minutes play. It's been a decent game so far. A very decent London derby indeed.
Because of some slightly, very
now Spurs coming forward, both in the middle.
Well, there was a buzz and a tempo
try the left.
Kane was on the pitch, and it's kind of lost a little bit of that. Understandable.
I suppose you've got to say Spurs didn't expect Harry Kane to go off after just 10 minutes.
Harry Kane is the star in bold, if you like. As a player, Danny, if the star man is ruled out of your team, does it affect you when you're out there on the pitch? Does it put a doubt in your mind or affect your confidence way of playing?
I think if it happens in the middle of a game, you do feel a bit deflated for a while, but you know you have to get on. You've got games to win and
42
someone else an
watching.
opportunity. But the Harry Kane situation is very different because they are so reliant on his goals.
If you're
There
looking
really
where, of course, the game is live on the BBC and the BBC iPlayer.
That's a Vertonghen header. Ericsson, Wanyama.
This game is 100% free. This is just a hobby of mine.
Ericsson to his left-hand side. Christian Eriksen here. Dele Alli, well, was he being held? Martin Atkinson says not. There are many who
have to
says
see
he
that again.
Looks like a penalty, and Wanyama struggling as well. He got caught after he made the pass.
Ball comes in. Well, he's got hold of his shirt. It's a penalty. He does. It's a penalty. Should have been a penalty to Spurs, but
I don't know why he's trying to grab his shirt and get in front of him there.
it just matters where the referee's positioned. The referee don't see it like we've seen it. He can't give the penalty. Another player. Another player injured here for Spurs. Another big player.
Well, I just think Craig might have got away with one here.
Oh yes, Craig did get away with. Luckily for him, the referee probably wasn't in a good enough position to see it.
Great noise pealing around White Hart Lane.
Well, these Tottenham with all the possession, but at the moment things not going Tottenham's way.
It's twice now.
We are having a lot of people sending link streams. Just go to the BBC iPlayer for the game. So it's live on the BBC. In the studio is of course Alan Shearer and Tottenham and Millwall legend Teddy Sheringham, and I'll let them take half time.
Cooper wants King to come.
Oh,
Lucky that Heung-min couldn't control that spinning ball instantly. Sean Cummings is there. Vertonghen's head. Williams. Looks slightly uncertain, the young Millwall goalkeeper.
I thought the defender should have dealt with that.
I think the Millwall keeper's had a decent game, making crucial saves when called upon. He's been reliable, and they've defended very well indeed. The Spurs, have they not got a plan B how to score without Harry Kane?
Since he came into the side in place of Jordan Archer, he's kept that solid defensive run going, conceding just 1 in 4. It was alongside Neil Harris there. David Livermore, teammate in that 2004 FA Cup final in the Millennium Stadium, or the Principality Stadium as it is now. David Livermore actually brought down Ryan Giggs for the penalty converted by Ruud van Nistelrooy for Manchester United's second. Davis, Son.
5 attempts on target for Spurs, none yet to Millwall.
Well done by Cooper. Switched away for Gregory to chase, and Eric Dyer's not entirely comfortable.
Ooh.
This is Gregory, and there's
Shoot!
Morrison, and
Ooh,
that's a couple of yards wide.
Oh, it was worth a try.
Oh, you like that, Neil Harris?
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen Gregory, really. Could argue he's a little nudge, but he's brave.
Nice bit of play.
Morrison doesn't set it out. Get enough bend on it.
It's a good effort from Morrison.
Encouraging though for Millwall.
A little bit of room here for Winks before Williams comes out. Now Wanyama, who seems to have run off that little knock. Ericsson, Ali, Wanyama.
Tottenham on the Tottenham trying to get the ball through.
Heung-min.
Getting that final third.
That's clever. Good recovery though by Jed Wallace.
Once again, Millwall being very critical in defence.
Yeah.
Davies runs.
Wallace in the side ahead of Fred Onyedinma today. Onyedinma is a flying winger.
But the question is the cup shock on for Millwall?
The more experienced Wallace. He's a threat.
Here comes the corner.
With the ball in. That was dangerous. Off Williams' head and over the
and that goes straight into the stand.
On his right foot.
Yep, certainly not as good as with his left, but he has a go anyway, rightly so. Just got under it a little bit, but they've defended set plays quite well, Millwall. Not been
need to keep that shot down a bit.
Corners or free kicks in.
I think he'd be quite content at 28 minutes to be 0-0. Neil Harris coming forward here, and handball.
I'm sure Neil Harris is quite happy that his side have managed to keep the score at 0-0. Then I suppose nobody expected Harry Kane to get injured after just a couple of minutes.
Well, half-hour mark approaching. Here's Davis, clipped in.
I would say every game I've streamed so far in the FA Cup, -1 has had goals in it. We have been streaming and commentating on the FA Cup since the first round. So say the worst game we've commentated on was the Fleetwood Southport game in the first round.
Harry Winks.
And it's Tottenham coming forward, that's a poor ball and goes out for a goal kick.
Hits the shin pads in
So I'm not finding his man there.
Yeah, a bit sloppy. It's really those first two chances, the Kane and Son from tight angles, that made us think there was going to be a build-up of pressure from Spurs, but it didn't come. Deserve credit, Millwall, for getting themselves in the game and looking reasonably comfortable at the moment.
Doesn't look massively impressed, does he, Pochettino, at the moment? That was Byron Webster with the clearance. Here's Wanyama holding off Morrison. Davis, Ericsson.
I think Tottenham totally dominating possession, but I've got to say, Millwall are soaking it all up.
Test Millwall. Trippier in towards Ericsson. That was Williams getting ahead on it, or Thompson.
Proper old school defending, and Spurs have scored.
Great finish from Christian Eriksen.
Christian Eriksen. Bit of relief there for the Tottenham Hotspur supporters.
Spurs lead. Eriksen scores.
30 minutes gone.
Well, we're just saying they haven't really had a chance for a while. Good defending and drops to him, and
oh, that's a good goal.
I mean, we know how good he is technically. Sometimes we think he should score more goals with his talent, but that's what he's capable of.
Decent goal from Eriksen.
Really, really good strike.
Like I said, Tottenham were not going to get any sloppy goals. against Millwall. There would have to be a decent goal,
Wonderful
and
goal.
Tottenham have scored a very good goal
Wonderful
indeed.
finish from
So
Christian
1-0 to
Eriksen.
the
Ninth goal of the
Spurs.
season. Spurs in front. Super strike. Didn't seem to be
Again,
much
one thing you can be
danger
sure,
at all,
Millwall's
but he
heads
hit it
won't
so
drop.
well, so accurately. Now what riposte can Millwall find here with this free kick, which Sean Williams is going to take?
Melanie, I
No
can't
need for
pronounce the
panic,
last name,
plenty of
says
time.
1-0. She must be a Spurs fan.
O'Brien 4, Byron Webster 4,
And a lot of
Morrison
relief
there.
around White Hart Lane.
Jake Cooper 2.
But Millwall now
Gregory,
have a
of course,
free kick in a very decent
Williams
area.
to
Could
deliver.
Millwall grab an equaliser?
It just flashed in front of Jake
Not
Cooper.
like
It
that
was
they
flicked on
won't,
by
but it was a
Aidan
good
O'Brien.
effort.
And Cooper wasn't far away from getting something on that.
Yeah, it wasn't a great ball in.
Free kick comes in.
First flick on causes Spurs a problem. One in a corner. Could have been right.
Yeah, it was Jan Vertonghen standing in front of Cooper, who had to be strong to hold off the centre half. The very first FA Cup goal ever scored at White Hart Lane was a fella called Johnny McMahon for Preston North End in February 1901. It could be that Christian Eriksen's is the last.
The score is 1-0 to Tottenham Hotspur. It's been a really decent game. The last ever FA Cup match at the Lane.
Goals, wasn't he?
A very famous ground indeed.
You just want him to. I think when you've got that much ability and you're technically that good, you know, he's capable, especially in the league, in the bigger games.
I hope people drink Bovril at football anymore.
He's such a gifted footballer.
That's Thompson with a clearing header. Trippier forward. Thompson
12 minutes
again.
to go till half time.
And again. Now Wallace.
Oh, it's a good take from Wallace, and he's running up the wing now.
By Wanyama, still going.
Who can he get that ball in there? It's a decent effort, but that'll be cleared quite easily by Spurs. But Millwall still in possession.
And back again. Now Craig.
Ball put in the
towards
box.
Morrison. Got a head on it, couldn't quite find Gregory. Alderweireld might have
I
let
can
that go
tell
through
you,
to Vaughan.
I can definitely tell you, Millwall have not given up this match whatsoever. But here comes Spurs down the left.
Dele Alli, Son Heung-min.
Ball played in.
Cooper back.
I think that's a corner.
Yeah, it was a good break from Spurs after Millwall having a little bit of joy, getting some crosses into the box, playing some long balls, better from Millwall. But they're always going to be susceptible to that break from Spurs. Imperative they get to half time.
Eddie Dyer going up there.
They want to stay in this game.
So here comes the
Christian
corner.
Eriksen to take.
And comes the corner from Eriksen. Oh, off the post.
Not actually turned away by O'Brien when it probably should have been. Here's Wallace. Oh, he's done well. Up towards Gregory, ploughing a bit of a lone furrow, and Trippier.
You're going to run Vaughan down.
Feeding Vaughan, might have been two.
Yeah, he lost him for a second. Good header from Wanyama. He's dangerous in the box.
Spurs come again with Ben Davies.
They're comfortable now. Now you've got the goal. You can relax, pass the ball about, try and draw Millwall out a little bit.
Yeah, you can say Spurs are comfortable, but this match isn't over. Until Spurs get the second goal, Millwall will still feel like they have a chance to get back in this game.
Sean Cummings did well. Son Heung-min was a bit weak in the challenge. Gregory chasing this, Alderweireld.
Made that look easy, the pair of them.
That was some stat Garth Crooks came out with in the pre-match with Alderweireld. Was it, as a partnership, they've lost only 14 out of 120 odd games that they've played together, club and country.
Yeah, they balance each other. They've got a I know Tottenham play a 3 now, but when they had the 2 together, they complement each other really well. It's a nice balance, having the right foot and the left footer, and of course their biggest strength is they both can play.
Here's the header.
Yeah, it's a good lead. Lucky, really powerful header that is.
Very powerful indeed, but it hit the bar. Throw in to Millwall out on the right by the east stand.
Sissoko and Janssen still rather peripheral to things.
It's live on the BBC. It's free. You can watch it on the BBC iPlayer. And I've left some links below. Today's FA Cup match is 100% free.
Centre of the pitch is a strong area for Spurs.
Well, he may yet come good, Vincent Janssen, but not if he doesn't get on the pitch, he won't. And with Harry Kane going off, he certainly would have been thinking he was entitled to come on, but he didn't.
No, he must be thinking a little bit negatively at this moment.
Here's Ben Davies. No foul, Jed Wallace taking it away from Davies.
Well played by Wallace, but that's as far as they get halfway line, and it's back with Tottenham, and they play all the way back to Vorm. Vorm moves it out on his right, and Spurs going to come forward.
Circle, number 20 had a spell at Norwich City a few years back in the Premier League when he was playing as a lone striker in a struggling team. Scored 9 goals that season in the Premier League, which is no mean achievement. Here he is. There's Eriksson. Vertonghen. Eriksson. Allowed to take that a very long way, Eriksson.
Well defended and booted away, and that'll go out for throwing the Spurs.
There he is, Morrison. 15 goals so far this season. His return from injury has come at a good time.
He's got good pace, willing runner. He won't have wanted to be doing this much defending, of course, but inevitably against higher quality opposition, that's what you have to do.
Coming up to the last 5 minutes of the
key thing, the difference obviously
game, or the first half.
Scouts, apart from, I guess you would say, the difference in class.
Here comes Spurs out on the left, ball goes in, and that could be another corner. Will they get a throw in?
That's Webster with the clearance. In fact, Millwall at
That's
home
a good.
in every round of the FA Cup, all 5 of them that they've played up
Well,
to
could
now.
be a chance here for Millwall, maybe. No, still with Millwall.
O'Brien getting
Passing it
forward here.
around.
Williams to Craig. 4 up here for Millwall. Thompson.
Yeah, but can they get the ball in the final third?
Craig.
Spurs closing them down very quickly indeed.
Towards O'Brien. Not offside.
Ooh. Now Spurs have a chance to counter-attack. Maybe grab a second before half-time. It's a good ball out on the right. Well, needs to get the ball near a bit quicker, but he's coming again. Played the ball. 2-0 to Tottenham. And I gotta say, Millwall's cup run is coming to an end. It's the big 4 now in the semi-final. Arsenal, Man City. And now it looks Tottenham are going to be a dead cert. And then tomorrow night it's Man United v Chelsea. Who says the FA Cup's not important anymore? When you see the top 6 are all in the semi-final. The FA Cup has lost none of its magic. Really good goal that. There was nothing Millwall could do as Son runs in, shows his Premiership class and whacks it in to the left, giving King no chance of saving that.
Well, that's 12 goals now for a guy who doesn't play every week.
Yeah.
That's a good return.
Well, he gets on with it. He's super
So
fit.
Tottenham are going back to Wembley. No team has played more times at Wembley this season. Of course, Tottenham also had to use Wembley in the Champions League.
He's a good player and he's just proven there what good technique.
Next season, Tottenham are guaranteed 38 games at Wembley Stadium.
Just what Neil Harris and Millwall did not need, but you cannot argue with the quality of the finishing.
Are Tottenham heading for another London derby in the semi-final? They've got Arsenal, they've got Chelsea. Will they get Man City?
Crowded out of it. Ben Davies was in all kinds of space to his left-hand side. Meantime, that's Wanyama in a heap on the floor.
Wanyama injured again, tapping the pitch.
Don't know if he's been whacked on the same one he got whacked before, I'm not sure.
Both going for the ball.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We just see that again.
I don't think it's too bad. Yellow maybe's about right. He's gone for the ball and just followed through a little bit.
No, Wallace didn't get away with it. He got a booking.
For the man who is on loan from Wolves to Millwall.
They've not actually kept the ball well enough, Millwall.
Sometimes you've just got to hold your hands up, haven't you?
Oh, I mean that.
Well, Tottenham are in the Premier League and Millwall are in League One. So be a bit fair on Millwall. They always knew this was going to be a massive task. You know, give credit where credit's due. Millwall have defended well. They've not given any sloppy goals away. Both goals were pretty decent from Tottenham.
Wanyama is currently off the pitch getting treatment. But he's a strong boy.
Any prediction on the final score? I'm sure Spurs fans will be pretty happy if it stays 2-0. I say there's been some incredible comebacks in FA Cup history. Crystal Palace v Liverpool in the semi-final. But for Millwall to come back from 2-0 down and win this match, gotta say, looks 100% impossible.
Harry Winks. Dele Alli thinking about it. We've seen
and that goes all the way to the Millwall fans from Ali Dali.
No,
So one lucky Millwall fan there's got the match ball. Yep, it's 2-0. Anyone out there fancy Millwall winning this 3-2, taking this to extra time at 2-0, winning on penalties?
I saw Ray Clements on Friday actually at a dinner.
And there's the Spurs chairman, Daniel Levy.
England squad, lovely guy, true gentleman, wonderful Liverpool goalkeeper as well as Spurs, of course.
Coming nearly up to half time. How much injury time?
It was a move which
so the injury to Harry Kane doesn't affect the time because he was off the pitch, and we have 2 minutes of injury time. If Harry Kane would have been injured on the pitch, I think it would have been about 4 or 5 minutes injury time. We have an Arsenal FC fan in the house. Millwall is going to win. There you go, Millwall, you've got an Arsenal fan 100% behind you. Tell you something, you would have put 3-2 to the Millwall now at half time down the bookies or on an app. You'd win a good amount of money there. I would say for £1, I would say you're guaranteed £1,000 back. Must be 1,000 to 1 for Millwall to win this 3-2 in the second half.
Looking now as though they will be heading to their 20th FA Cup semi-final in their history. It's a tournament, Danny, that Spurs are sort of associated with. You know, lucky for Spurs when a year ends in one and all that. But they haven't
That was
won it
last
since
century when
1991.
Spurs used to win it.
Time.
When the year ended in the one. Very lucky in the last century. But so far this century it hasn't worked. Didn't win it in 2001. Didn't win it in 2011.
This is a great opportunity for them now. 2 games away from lifting a trophy if they can see this one out.
Here's Jan Vertonghen.
Nearly ready for half time. Well, I'll take a break and leave you in the hands of Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer and Teddy Sheringham.
King's dealt with that. Martin Atkinson's whistle goes and Millwall are 2 down.
Arsenal FC has the game started. No, it's half time. Martin Atkinson has just blown the whistle. Yes, Kane is injured in this game, but they've got the 2 goals. Anyway, I'll leave you with Gary Lineker, Teddy Sheringham and Alan Shearer for half time.
Well, Tottenham certainly emphasising their high class in this game so far. Millwall resolute for a while, but in the end, you know, 2 terrific goals, really.
Total dominance it was from Tottenham, as you said. Dominated possession. They've been in so many good positions. They're stretching their 2 wing backs. Trippier and Davis are pushing high up the pitch, stretching that back four, and Millwall can't cope with them. They've been in, as I said, great positions, but I think other than the 2 pieces of magic for the goals, they've been so wasteful when they've got into those areas. It should be 4 or 5 with better balls in and better finishing.
I mean, we saw Millwall very organised, didn't we? But you sort of felt it was just really a matter of time.
Yeah, Tottenham have got so much possession on there. Millwall were trying to have a 4-4-2 effect, but with Davis pushing so far on, it's bringing Jed Wallace back into a second right back position, really. So when Millwall get the ball, they can't actually get out because they've got no one to pass to because he's too far behind. But he's doing a very honest job there. But you know, just Tottenham are just wearing them down with their superior keeping the ball, really.
2 leagues above, and it shows.
Yeah, I suppose this is the point as a manager where you're probably thinking maybe I should have played 3 in midfield instead of 2 up front, because the golfing class is there for all to see, and the Millwall are finding it almost impossible to not only get out of their own half but to sustain any possession.
Yeah, and well, marvellous goal, the first one, wasn't it? Out of nothing in many ways, wasn't it?
Yeah, the two Millwall defenders both went for the same ball, which enabled Ericsson to have the space at the edge of the box when the ball falls. Look, they both go for it there, and no one picks Ericsson up. Before they know it, it's in the back of the net. It's a wonderful finish.
What's brilliant about it, he's got such an awareness of the space that's around him. You know, he knows he needs to hit it first time, but he doesn't panic. He knows he can get good contact on that ball, and to swivel and hit it like that, Teddy, is brilliant.
Yeah, it's a hard skill to do because you've got to wait for that ball to come down. But he obviously knows that the 2 lads have challenged for the same ball, so they're a little bit unaware of where he is. Yeah. As the ball comes off of Dele Alli's chest, he just waits for it to drop to the precise moment, hitting the ball into the ground, zipping off the surface. Fantastic goal.
We had a goal of the half competition. Which wins?
Well, I like the technical element to Ericsson's one, if I'm totally honest. You know, to hit it on the volley like that. But this one from Son was absolutely sensational. I mean, I was cursing his touch at this point. I was screaming at his touch at this point, but he answered perfectly with that unbelievable strike. You know, I watched him a lot when he was at Bayer Leverkusen do this on his left foot, cutting inside his left. Dele absolutely fuming. He's on an unbelievable goal-scoring run himself, but he answered him as well with sticking it in the top.
How many times have you done that in your career when someone's had a shot from too far out and you just go, well, good goal.
Finish, yeah. Keeper's got no chance, has he? Absolutely no chance.
It does help if you can go either way. If you can hit the ball with your right foot or your left foot, you know, it makes a defender think. And what are you two nodding at? You could only kick it with your right foot. You'd never bend it in with your left foot.
Yeah, but we couldn't do that either.
No, we couldn't. No. Why am I running away with one arm in the air? Come on, guys.
Whatever happened to keeping it simple in that celebration?
Do whatever you want when you score anyway, it's fine.
Afternoon sessions, that's work out.
Well, that was the good news for Tottenham. The bad news, of course, is the injury to Harry Kane. It looks like he sustained a similar sort of injury as the one at the start of the season that kept him out for 7 weeks.
Yeah, it's such an awkward fall. We were debating whether he should have actually passed it or not, but you can see he just rocks it there. The defender goes on top of it, and straight away it's very nasty.
It's a nightmare. As he plants it, that's the problem there. And he takes the full weight of the defender to roll his ankle as well.
But the fact he's walking, even though he's limping, he's not stretchered, but
yeah, the fact that he's been out at the start of the season for 7 weeks with the same injury as well just shows you that it's not quite mended properly now, and that's got to be another couple of months, you would think.
We think Tottenham might have had a penalty.
Should have.
Well, they didn't have it, but
they should have had one. I don't know how the referee doesn't see this one. He's clearly getting his shirt pulled. The ref isn't far away at all. Actually pulls him down, doesn't he? Yeah.
Pulls him all the way. That's the thing. Once he's got hold of him, he doesn't let go for a while. It's very blatant. I don't know how the ref's not seeing it. I don't know how the linesman's not seeing it. He's dragged Dele to the floor.
Underdog decision. Maybe.
Possibly an underdog decision. You know, they were getting dominated that much. He's probably gone, I'll give you one here, but it was a penalty.
Only really one opportunity, not a great one for Millwall in that half, Teddy. Fell to Morrison on the counter-attack.
Yeah, it did. We said they would do this, you know, be rigid 2 banks of 4, but when they do get out, they try and hit their centre forwards. You know, a little hopeful ball. Gregory does very well here. Just nudges him at the right time, gets his body in. Then they get a little bit of luck. You know, might need an Alan Shearer just put his foot through it there, rather trying to put it in the top corner.
It actually sat perfect for him though, didn't it?
Yeah, he's seen an angle there. You know, it's probably a couple of yards wide, but it's worth an effort. That's the only time they've had any sort of a sniff, isn't it? Is a long ball up, and we said they would actually do that, and the 2 forwards to get them close together. But other than that, they've hardly had the ball.
Just bring it back to the Harry Kane injury and what that could mean for Spurs for the rest of the season if he's out for some time. It's quite an unusual situation where they've got Janssen on the bench, who is a striker. He's not even brought him on to make do. It kind of shows how weak they are in that position, apart from Harry Kane.
Well, we all felt for Janssen there as Harry Kane's going off. You're the centre forward on the bench, and you're thinking, right, I'm on now, and he's put Son up
Lack
front
of confidence
instead.
in him, that shows.
Yeah, but Son just gives them something. He stretches them the other way. You know, he goes in behind. He stretches defences, and I think that's probably what he's looked at. Janssen's more of a hold the ball up, and they didn't really need that today. They've already got good possession, so he's gone for the legs, getting in behind just to stretch them.
We saw the stats with Harry Kane before the game about how many goals he brings to this Tottenham side, so to lose him for any period of time would be an absolute disaster for them.
Yeah, especially at this stage of the season.
They lost him for 2 months, I think, at the start of the season. Looking like couldn't lose him for a couple of months at the end of the season. Almost that poor purchase, I would say, in not having a strong replacement. It could cost Spurs. You don't know how, whether it's a top 4 position or a trophy. You don't know how, but that's the decision that could come back to haunt them.
Yep,
it's worrying. Well, we've got a cracking quarter-final for you tomorrow night on BBC One with Chelsea versus Manchester United, live from Stamford Bridge. Chelsea have won the Cup 6 times in the last 20 years, but their first success came back in 1970 when they beat Leeds in a replay. It was one of the most physical FA Cup games ever played, and that's putting it mildly. And Ron Chopper Harris loved it.
Well, I think it was a dream that any footballer wanted to do. It was one of the proudest moments in all my years at Chelsea Football Club. I'm proud of the fact that I was the first Chelsea captain to ever lift the FA Cup.
This year a Cockney Cup final. Chelsea versus Tottenham Hotspur, 2 brilliant London teams.
I remember the Saturday was fantastic because you drive up Wembley Way, which was thousands and thousands of people. It was a fantastic day. Leading the side out at Wembley was an ambition of mine, and at the time I was the youngest player ever to captain a side in a cup final. I was 19.
Robertson, a goal! Right on half-time! Robertson, Saul. Oh, wonderful goal by Saul! Boyle. Tamling is the man who's got it.
We got beat 2-1. I think we froze on the day. They played ever so well, the Spurs. We were a little bit disappointed because we never really performed at all. A few years later, we had a good cup run again and played Leeds in the final at Wembley. They were a tremendous side, Leeds, very physical. They had the aggression and the ball players of like Johnny Giles and Eddie Gray, but yeah, I think we had players that could match them for the enthusiasm. Peter Osgood and Charlie Cook. I think we were a little bit fortunate. We got out of jail, and about 3 weeks later we played in the replay at Old Trafford. We made a tactical switch because I played right back at the time to pick up Eddie Gray, and my orders was to follow him around and try and ruffle him up, and I think I did that. People used to say that all I used to do was kick people, but I've played 795 games for Chelsea and captained them for many years. I'd like to think I was a little bit better than just going around kicking people. You had two good sides that were fully committed, and people say that it was a very physical game. My dad used to always say to me that you'd get nothing for being second best. In all the years I played football was an achievement that I always wanted to do when I was a young lad.
47 years later, Chelsea are 2 games away from the cup final again. We're live from Stamford Bridge from 7:30 tomorrow evening, and a draw.
Is the game live on YouTube? The answer is no. Trust me, if I showed live footage of this game, you'd just see the stream gone. You'd have some copyright notice from the FA.
600 horsepower, 200,000 pound car. What could possibly go wrong?
As you're watching it on BBC One, here is an advert for Top Gear.
That is immature. It sounds like I just kicked your ass here.
This is gonna go so horribly wrong.
Top Gear, the new series, continues tonight at 8 on BBC Two.
Well, I look forward to that, but we're going to look back just at a couple of those tackles in that Chelsea-Leeds replay final. I mean, it was extraordinary. Apparently, I think they got a referee at some point to look at that game and said there'd have been 21 bookings and about 8 sendings off.
Did he say it was called roughing them up?
Billy Bremner there.
This one is the one, isn't it? I mean, he probably didn't get booked for that, did he?
I don't even think he gave a free kick.
Casual stud in your cheek.
A penalty.
Oh, wow.
Get in there. Again, Peter Osgood. Oh, go on, Big Jack.
Jack.
That's when men were men.
That was Man United Bournemouth, wasn't it?
Things have changed a bit, haven't they? They certainly have. Let's go back pitch side and see what Michael Dawson and Paul Robinson made of that first half.
Even these two tough tackling centre-halves are winning a couple of those ones there, but Michael, you're the happier of the two former captains at the moment. Spurs came into this as favourites. How impressed have you been by the professionalism, the way they've moved the ball and the way that they've approached this one?
Yeah, very impressed. The way they've dominated the game. Like you said there, being professional, that's what it's about when you're playing against teams from the lower leagues. They've come here and they've performed. They've been in some good positions, should be maybe more than 2 up. Plenty of opportunity that they probably should have had, but they'll be delighted the way it's going. The only downside, obviously, losing Kane to injury, which could be a big loss.
Yeah, it could indeed. Paul, was always going to be tough for Millwall. How do you feel that they've done in this game? Because defensively they looked strong up until that first goal. It was the only first real kind of little mix-up in defence.
Yeah, that's right. They knew they were going to spend long periods without the ball. They knew they were going to have to work hard defensively and defend their box well. You know, for a good 25 minutes they did that. 2 good strikes from Tottenham. I think especially the second one. That's a tough one to take. You know, so it's a really good finish.
The next live stream should be after this game. Check out JB Claret. He's a mad Burnley fan. I'm sure we'll be doing a stream as Burnley take on Liverpool at Anfield. Burnley looking for their first away win of the season. Solid at the turf, but when it's away, they just seem to run out of luck.
and sort of 2-0, stick at 2-0. I'm sure that, you know, defensively they'll still have to work really hard. You know, keep defending their box well like they've done really, and the keeper will need to make some good saves. But I'm sure he'll let the shackles off a tiny bit more maybe, and you know, take.
I've left some links in the subscription or description. There's VIP box and Cricket TV. Usually brilliant for live streams. Free streaming football.
Yeah, Pochettino will be in that dressing room, drilling them to come out, start bright, the way they did in the first half, and keep going and try and build on the 2-0, get the third goal, and then the game's finished. But you know, with Millwall, when the ball comes in the box, two centre halves for Spurs have got to be strong, Dyer, Alderweireld, and Vertonghen. So it's a tough test from set pieces from Millwall, but I think if Spurs go on and get the third and fourth, it could be getting this game over.
I just got hit by the match ball there. Everybody wants to touch the match ball, don't they? Right, well, I hope you guys can enjoy the second half.
Will it be Tottenham? Will it be Millwall?
No, I think he's hurt himself.
That's a sad sight for Tottenham fans. Dele Alli, well, was he being held? Martin Atkinson says not. Eriksson, great finish from Christian Eriksson. Son Heung-min, that's a brilliant goal from Son Heung-min.
Yes, two wonderful goals have given Tottenham a comfortable half-time lead. It would take something rather spectacular for Millwall to come back from this up.
Yeah, well, what Millwall have got to do, they've got to gamble now. They've got to try and get a little bit closer to the two forwards, Gregory and Morrison, because it was really non-existent in that first half. Got to take chances, but what that will cause with Tottenham is that they'll leave spaces at the back.
The thing to do that though, you've got to have the ball, Teddy, and they've not had much of it.
You have 10 minutes. Next 10 minutes got to be very important, isn't it? Millwall need to, as Al says, have a little gamble, get people forward, win their knockdowns in their half, and hopefully get some shots on target. But as you say, you've got to get the ball first and then try and do something with it yourself.
I suppose the other thing they could do is actually not come out for a second.
It seems to be an option as it stands right now. Look, in fairness to Millwall, they've been obviously gone behind to two.
Well, the Millwall team decided no, they're coming back out. They haven't jumped back on the coach.
Today as well. Let's try and put in a similar defensive display where we can walk out of here today if we do get beat with some pride, and you know, they've definitely shown me that they're capable of doing that.
I actually do like the Millwall away kits. A very nice strip indeed.
Let's rejoin our commentators, Danny Murphy and Steve Wilson.
Thank you very much, Gary. And Millwall have made a change. Ben Thompson has come off, and this is Callum Butcher, a midfielder, former Spurs trainee actually, was on the bench for a UEFA Cup game back in 2009, Tottenham against Shakhtar Donetsk here. That as close as he ever came to pulling on the lily white jersey for the Tottenham first team, but he gets the chance to play against them
Tottenham
here
going to kick off
in the second half of this Cup quarter-final, with Spurs leading by two excellent goals, Eriksson and Son.
Well, the reality is Tottenham are in the semi-final.
Injured early on. It's a big ask for Millwall, the League One side, to get back into this cup tie. But one goal can change a lot. Eric Dyer.
Mersey gets it first.
Cushioned by Davis to Dele Alli.
So at 1-0, Millwall have a chance at 2-0. Highly unlikely.
Williams getting in smartly for
Millwall trying to get forward.
Morrison. Gregory certainly put in a shift for Millwall, hasn't he, Danny? But no real reward as yet, anyway.
Tremendously hard.
Why do these commentators?
Eric Dyer forward to Dele Alli.
3-0. If he gets it, but it should have been 3-0, but Dally lost it.
In his hands. I'm not sure whether you heard Danny Murphy there. I didn't, I have to say, but
this microphone is playing up a little bit. Sorry about that.
Steve Wilson sounds shocked the way Millwall have played in that first half. No, don't remember Millwall are League One. Tottenham are second in the Premier League. There's a big difference. A massive difference. Of course, Gillingham played Tottenham in the League Cup.
That's a good run by
I'm surprised we got hammered 5-0.
A scuffed shot in the end. Those yellow shirts retreating just about did enough to bring this run to an end, but what a super run it was.
Well, he just kept going, didn't he? And he unfortunately
Good
found
running,
himself on
very
his
good
right
run.
foot, which isn't his strongest. Good run.
Could have done better with the shot. He totally scuffed his shot.
It suits him playing more as a wing back, doesn't it, Davies, than in a 4. He can get forward and use his good footballing skills.
Davies is a very, very good player.
Here's Gregory. Vertonghen wants Vorm to come, and he did, Michel Vorm. You and I saw Ben Davies' only goal so far for Spurs, Danny. That was the second, wasn't it, against Aston Villa here in round 3.
Yeah.
Cute little header, actually.
Yeah.
Only 2 changes being made, one for Spurs, of course. Eriksen coming on for the injured Harry Kane.
I'm kind of surprised he signed a contract, to be honest with you.
And former Spurs trainee Butcher coming on for Millwall.
Wings to Eriksen, immediately Dele Alli off and running to the left-hand side.
Here comes Spurs down the middle, going for goal. Good save again from King. It's still with Spurs.
It's Wanyama. O'Brien's header didn't really do the job, but Wanyama couldn't find a way to get a shot away.
Just remember, when I do a stream, it's ad-free. No ads to endure and no ads to skip.
Ghosts in and out of games sometimes, Christian Eriksen, but when he's on song, he is such a good player.
Also a good strike with the ball, isn't he? That technique's really good.
Hey, I only add the ads on these streams when they're finished.
Here's Son, Dele Alli, Christian Eriksen.
Here comes.
Just got underneath that one.
That's a conversion.
Difficult for him closing it down.
I actually saw, I think it was last week, a stat with Eriksen saying he's covered more distance than anybody else in the Premier League, and I thought that was quite interesting because you'd look at him and think creative, skillful, somebody who can win a game. You wouldn't put him
Eriksen is one of those players, like against Fulham, he played dreadful but set up all 3 goals.
That's long from Byron Webster, hoping to find Wallace.
So Eriksen is a key player for Tottenham. Could this be a chance for Millwall? That's in the 2nd tier.
Well worked.
Yeah, it's good cross. Just here, brings it down really nicely, but he fires it back a bit too hard. Hard to run onto a ball that's coming at you that quickly and keep it down.
Here's Wanyama.
It's pretty obvious what Pochettino has said in the dressing room. Just keep hold of the ball.
In a 3 or as a defensive midfielder, Danny?
And they're doing it to perfection so far, Tottenham, in this 2nd half.
He was absolutely sensational last season. But I think if Spurs are going to play this way, then it's okay to have him there because he's got such good cover around him. Either or really, but I think his best form was when he played in a deep line midfield role last year. But now Wanyama's come, he's obviously got good competition in there, so found himself in the back.
Here is Wanyama.
It is Spurs on possession in the middle, playing out on the left.
And Vertonghen. Winks, using his body well. Eriksen, Son Heung-min.
Is Son going to go for goal? No, he isn't. Ali not able to get the ball through the Son. Possession is still with the Spurs.
Winks to Trippier.
Out with Trippier. Can Trippier get around his man? He can. He puts the ball in. And a good clearance that from Millwall. Well played by Cooper.
It's been a great cut run for Millwall.
Oh, sensational. Sensational. They've done themselves proud and deserved this tie.
When you consider that they were at one point 1-0 down at home to Braintree, it's gone extremely well, but It's very tough to come back from here, you would say.
Millwall were being kind of brave to give them a head start, and then they beat them 5-1.
Last May, their only defeats in home games, in inverted commas, are games they played at Wembley in Europe. The semi-final, the Spurs are in it, will be, of course, under the arch at Wembley, where they have won 1 of their last 9 games, and that was the dead rubber in the Champions League this year.
Gillingham's record, of course, as I said, we lost 5-0 to Tottenham, and we also lost 3-0 at the Den.
They'll be playing all their games there next season, in all likelihood, though I gather the contract with the national
Gillingham's record against these two teams this season.
Second thoughts because of the form there. Who knows?
Certainly need to get used to the place. Cooper forward towards Gregory, beaten in the air by Alderweireld. Ericsson. Spurs have also lost their last 6 FA Cup semi-finals. Here's Cummings.
And Spurs are not playing very well at Wembley. They showed that in the Champions League.
For the poor Spurs fans who aren't here today and listening, they're going to be a bit worried now, aren't they?
All things good and bad must come to an end, I suppose. Yeah, it's about time.
And then again, this could be Spurs' year to win the FA Cup for the first time for a very long time. Game over. Son makes it 3-0. A good through ball there.
Millwall's cup run is over. Son Heung-min with another delightful goal. Brilliant ball from Trippier.
It was a fantastic ball from Trippier.
Goals today has been exceptional. Brilliant pass again. I mean, we've seen
that is a beautiful ball from Trippier. Pinpoint straight to Son, and Son just volleys it into the net.
That's what he gives you from those full-back areas. Trippier.
Brilliant goal and a brilliant pass. Absolute superb assist from Trippier.
That's a really, really difficult thing to do. Volley it as it's coming out the air.
And Son made it look easy.
3 high-quality goals from Tottenham Hotspur today.
Exactly, high-quality goals from Tottenham.
I think probably that one being the best for me.
Here goes Vertonghen. Davis. Cummings in the way from Millwall. O'Brien.
Well, it will be nice if Millwall could get a consolation goal.
He's on a hat-trick.
Yeah,
my prediction is Tottenham Hotspur 3, Millwall 0.
Keep the defenders on the toes.
Well done, sir.
From behind, down the left, down the right. It's comfortable down both flanks.
But there's a lot of time to go.
Vaughan to Trippier. Great noise at White Hart Lane. Wanyama. Cut out by a stretching Cummings, just lofted high in hope, really. Wanyama arrogantly controls it on his laces. Winks over
the ball
top,
played through. Either way.
His header goes straight to the South Korean.
Here goes the South Korean again. Can Son get his hat-trick?
Overlapping is Davis, tipped out by King. Dele Alli, Ericsson, was Ali fouled? Martin Atkinson again says no. And Craig clears his lines. In danger of being swamped, Millwall.
Yeah, they are. The Spurs are playing with such confidence now. Everyone wanting the ball.
O'Brien wants that to go out of play, and it hasn't. Davis kept it in. Ericsson.
Oh, come on, the class of Tottenham is really, really showing now. Spurs definitely showing their class now.
Spurs in full flow just now.
The football they're playing is absolutely beautiful.
And the cards coming out for Tony Craig.
Yeah, rightly so. I mean, the fact it's 3-0 doesn't really matter. It's
Ow.
a penalty that could easily be a penalty against Craig, I think it was.
Well, Millwall are going to make a change, and young winger is going to come on, Fred Onyedinma, but maybe not before this free kick.
Could this be 4-0? Free kick out on the left, and Winks is going to take it. Harry Winks. No.
Winks pulling it square. Dele Alli.
And Dele Alli shoots wide.
Yeah, a bit different though.
I thought Winks would just put the ball straight in the box. But he looked for Dele Alli outside the box, and Dele Alli shot wide.
Here's Fred Onyedinma coming on. Steve Morrison, who was
Steve Morrison going off from Millwall.
Makes way. Onyedinma, 20 years old from Plumstead. 20 years of
And on comes Fred at number 10.
6 goals so far this
It looks
season.
like Dele Alli will be wearing the white shirt, but will it be for Spurs or will he move to Real Madrid? This is a chance for Millwall. Oh, he's kept control of the ball.
Gregory is inside the penalty area. Cummings in support here for Onyedinma.
Is this where Millwall get their consolation goal?
And Onyedinma takes it up and lays it square.
Oh, unlucky.
Wallace.
It's a chance.
It's a good chance that for Wallace.
Onyedinma does brilliant there. He's just come on the pitch, he's positive, he made a great run. Well found, and then he's confident enough to get the ball and go past people.
Be disappointed, Wallace.
Yeah.
Here's Harry Winks for Tottenham. Trippier.
At the moment, every time Spurs go forward, it looks like they might grab a goal. It could be another chance now for Spurs. That's well in the game for Millwall. And a good clearance.
There's more goals in this, and he's hoping that he might get one of them.
Well, there's definitely been no easy chances here for Tottenham.
Trippier. Winks. Wanyama. Winks. Spurs have not yet assessed that injury to Harry Kane's right ankle. The prognosis will become clearer.
Well, they won't want him out for more than, say, a couple of weeks.
Himself, you know. But it could still be quite a while out, the way he went over on it.
Davis trying to play it square, cut out by Williams, almost managed to squeeze that through to Wallace. Vertonghen cut it out.
An hour has been played at the line.
Trippier back to Son Heung-min. It'll be a goal kick. Well, if Kane is out for a few weeks, then Son, Eriksen, Ali, all goal scorers, will be the men that Pochettino turns to.
Yeah, they'll have to step up, that's for sure. They're more than capable, they've got ability, it's just they don't have the consistency that Kane has in scoring.
It's Gregory pulling Eric Dyer's shirt, but Spurs carry on. Martin
All the
Atkinson
construction workers at the line have definitely got some fantastic views.
Continued that run forward.
I mean, he must be maybe thinking Jensen in a game like this to get a,
getting
a couple of chances, yeah.
His former club Southampton are the next opponents after this game for Tottenham Hotspur. They come to White Hart Lane. And it's Burnley, Swansea and Watford next in line for Tottenham in the Premier League. They'll continue to try to close the gap on Chelsea, but it is looking a tall order at the moment in the Premier League.
All Spurs can do is win all their games and hope Chelsea have a blip and lose a bit of form, but highly unlikely it's going to happen to Chelsea.
FA Cup 6th round, the final place in the last four up for grabs tomorrow, 7:30 BBC One. Here's Son Heung-min, off target this time.
Chelsea v Manchester United at the Bridge.
Chelsea versus Manchester United then tomorrow, 7:30 BBC One, and the semi-final draw will follow that. Manchester City definitely there, Arsenal definitely there, Spurs almost definitely there.
Spurs are in the semi-finals.
Manchester United. It may well be, Danny Murphy, that the 26-17 FA Cup is remembered as a year of shocks, but no shock in the last four unless Millwall turn this around.
It could be three London clubs and Man City.
Gives us some semi-finals to look forward to.
Or if Man United beat Chelsea, we could have Man City v Man United and Arsenal v Tottenham Hotspur.
You couldn't split them really in terms of odds, could you? I don't think.
Well, I mean, if Chelsea were to beat Manchester United, you'd think that the way they're playing, they'd always probably just edge the book, the betting. But no, you're right. I mean,
here comes Spurs, all out on the left. Davis doesn't put the ball straight in. He shoots for goal, and that'll be a corner.
Christian Eriksen to take this. Cummins got himself in the way of Dele Alli, who I think
no
was
one there,
but
the ball's still with Tottenham.
The direction of the Millwall goal.
Tottenham play it back.
Millwall very much in the hunt for playoffs at the end of this season in League One, maybe more, the form that they've been in league football. Here's Eriksen, that's a good block by Craig.
I was saying Millwall will be one of the favourites in the playoffs.
Harris, the League One Manager of the Month for February, received that award this week.
Yeah, I mean, he'll know. They've had a fantastic run in the cup. They're never going to win it. But the league is priority for them, especially after last year's disappointment.
Trippier.
That's the ball. Here goes Son. Oh, good challenge, good challenge. And that's cleared up the pitch by Millwall.
So willing to get in those channels. I think it was Teddy talking in the studio earlier about why he plays him up there. Teddy Jansen, he's spot on. The mobility.
Played out on the left now. And Tottenham got another chance for another cross in the box. And again, it's good defending from Millwall.
Christian Eriksen. Eriksen again.
65 minutes played. Tottenham 3-0 up. 3 decent goals. There's been nothing easy in this game for Tottenham.
Eric Dyer now. Heavy touch.
Just enjoying it, aren't they? Can pass the ball round. Centre halves getting forward now, enjoying their football. Don't get many games like that in a season where you're comfortable at 66 minutes.
The fear for Spurs is that the cream of the crop in their playing staff, and maybe their coaching staff, are being coveted by others.
I think Pochettino will be there next season.
Wallace, Alderweireld covering.
I think anyone's going to get that Barcelona job if it's up for grabs come the summer. I would say it'll be Jurgen Klopp.
It wouldn't surprise me that some of the best
He looks the best man for that Barcelona job.
Surprise me if he left, but you know, Tottenham over the years have been a selling club in that. They've got to change that now.
Here's Eriksen.
But it's going to be very hard to stop Dele Alli going to Real Madrid. If Real Madrid come calling, I don't think there's any way Tottenham can keep hold of him.
Almost midway through the second half of the game.
There's another chance here. Good defending again from Millwall. They can't take nothing away from Millwall. They have defended absolutely superb in this game. Absolute credit to League One.
Conceded anything silly. They've just been really, really top-class goals.
Yeah, and I think that does give you some comfort, but it shows that when the better teams in the Premier League do play their more or less best 11, you know, there's a couple missing today, isn't there, with Dembele and Eriksen coming off the bench, but very hard over a period of 90 minutes to defend against such quality that the Premier League's now possess, the Premier League teams.
Well, they had their scare Spurs, didn't they, when Wickham came here? Got away with that one.
They did put the wrong team out against Wickham, tried to put out
they've had a bit of luck, that's for sure.
an unbelievable weak team against Wickham, but when they brought the stronger players on,
well, they haven't played a Premier League team yet.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
they luckily turned that around.
That's what the cup is sometimes, you know, sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it doesn't.
Eriksen, Trippier, with that cross in, Dele Alli's touch, cannoned off.
Go out for a goal
Davis,
kick.
I think. Martin Atkinson saying goal kick. It was Davis who got the last touch, despite Dele Alli's attempts to put the ball in the corner quadrant. And,
another substitution for the Millwall.
see Shane Ferguson come on. Jed Wallace is making way. Shane
Millwall
Ferguson,
still keeping it tight at the back.
Newcastle man, Northern Ireland international, played at Euro
You can
2016 for Northern Ireland in
the instructions for Millwall, just keep the score line down.
Good experienced player to bring on Ferguson. Well, Millwall now, their supporters anyway, are thinking, can we get the consolation of a goal to cheer at White Hart Lane?
Yeah.
Wallace came close. It's probably their best chance after that
We'll see if they can do something with this free kick.
That he fired just wide. Williams is going to take this.
We'll put him on Millwall.
Cooper got a head on it.
And Tottenham are going to deal with that, headed back in.
Ferguson and
and it'll just be a free kick to Spurs.
Inadvertently.
The ball in wasn't quite brave enough. He looped it in there rather than trying to put a bit of pace on it. Easy to defend that. Just a foul on Vertonghen. Caught a little forearm in the face. Never used to get centre-halves that good looking back in the day, did you?
They had a terrific side, didn't they, Millwall, in the Sheringham days, you know. Terry Hurlock was there, Tony Cascarino, Jimmy Carter came through in midfield, and
Jimmy Carter.
Here's Trippier. Eriksen.
Another goalie for it is 4-0 to the Spurs. Or is it? Yes, it is. Just thought it could be offside there, but it's 4-0 to Spurs. Dele Alli.
But very, very nice in its creation. Dele Alli scores.
Lovely pace on the ball there.
Well, look at this for a pass.
What a pick out there for Dele Alli, the toe poking in.
But he knows that Dele Alli
very good goal.
Late into the box, and he has done all afternoon, and he was always going to get one. So he keeps getting himself in there. Great desire to want to score goals. And Eriksen playing with that vision and confidence is a real danger, and he's been excellent since he's come on the pitch. Actually, Eriksen. It's been a dominant display, hasn't it? Really, really good from Tottenham.
Dele Alli's 16th goal of this season. That's a terrific return. Here he is.
But of course, Real Madrid a lot of money.
Here's Trippier.
Trippier puts the ball in. Can he get his head to it? No, he can't. Again, good defending net from Millwall. Corner.
Having taken his season's tally to 16, Dele Alli, I think, is going to be replaced by Vincent Janssen, but again with a corner to deliver, they may just take this first. They do. Here's Winks. Blocked by Ferguson.
Ball from Winks.
Winks. Wanyama. Good turn from Son Heung-min.
Could this be another one? No.
Stretching Cooper.
A good stretch set from Cooper. Cooper plays it out. He's got past one and he was pushed over. Free kick to Millwall.
By Wanyama, and a chance for Spurs now to make the substitution. And standing ovation richly deserved yet again.
Good decision there. This is his goal. Nice little tap in for him, but give him a little breather. Plays a lot of games, Dele Alli, and puts in a.
Dele's goal did have a lot of pace, in the build-up.
20 minutes breather for him, do him good, and give Janssen an opportunity to maybe score a goal in open play.
27 goals last season for Alkmaar in Holland. 4 so far for Spurs in
I think
England.
Janssen's found a bit different playing in the Premier League than it is in Holland. Spurs come forward.
Off down the middle, Trippier getting forward. Son into Janssen, trying to play it back into the path of Son Heung-min, who's not done yet. Wanyama. Eriksen. Dinma trying to force Son Heung-min away from the danger area, and he's won a throw in the end. He's done well. Son looks horrified with Martin Atkinson's decision.
Son can't believe he did it with that throw-in.
Thinking about now is, can I get the match ball? You know, you don't get many opportunities.
50 minutes to go.
To score a hat-trick.
Seen 3 hat-tricks, Spurs fans already this calendar year, but all of them from Harry Kane. There's Eric Dyer.
And his son going to get a hat-trick for Tottenham today. It's a good bowl out. As Trippier puts it straight in, it misses everybody, but Wanyama has a shot. And another good save. That from King. Corner taken very quickly there.
Eriksen.
Tottenham just playing it around, looking for an opener.
Here's Janssen.
Nothing yet for Tottenham. Again, a brilliant challenge that from the Millwall.
Cummings.
There come Millwall, maybe they can push forward, and then again maybe they can't, but they're trying. They've not given up this game. Even at 4-0, Millwall have given it everything.
Free kick Millwall.
And they won themselves a free kick inside their own half.
Played up
Taken
towards
quick.
Gregory.
Probably a little bit too quickly. That will leave some of the pressure off the Lions.
Cummings. It's been really tough for Millwall this, but
it's a different class, isn't it? I mean, Tottenham aren't just a Premier League team; they're a very, very good Premier League team who at home are nearly unbeatable at times. I mean, with their defensive shape, their quality and organisation and creativity and energy going forward, it was a massive ask for Millwall.
Janssen
shoots for goal, and that'll be a goal kick to Millwall.
Spurs making another change. Victor Wanyama is coming off to be replaced by Moussa Sissoko.
It was good, Wanyama, especially in the first half. Had a really good season for his new club.
And Sissoko comes on, who has not had the impact at White Hart Lane yet that Spurs would have been hoping for since his move from Newcastle. It's a pretty hefty move from Newcastle in terms of pounds, shillings and pence.
Sissoko wasn't really good for Newcastle last year.
Yeah, he's been inconsistent. He's certainly not short of
inconsistent.
Just doesn't seem to be able to find any consistency with his game at all.
Well, Pochettino was quite openly critical of him, wasn't he, back in the autumn? Well, that's a mistake by Eric Dyer, who managed to make up for it. Vorm away. That's Eriksson.
And so Tottenham are going to come forward again.
Onside here, Son Heung-min. Janssen
watch
in the
out for
middle.
Son. Is he going to go for
Outside,
goal?
Son, if he wants to use him. Janssen!
5-0.
He will be ecstatic with that. Getting the congratulations of all his teammates, bar the keeper. Vincent Janssen scores from open play for the first time for Tottenham Hotspur.
I'm surprised Son didn't go for goal, but
it's 5.
He wasn't greedy for his hat-trick, he just played the ball to Janssen and Janssen finished.
Well, Son did really well for him, didn't he? Because you're thinking you're going to go on your own for the hat-trick. He looks up, he sees him in a better
Son runs in
position.
here, you think he's going to shoot for goal any minute, and then he's like, there you go, Janssen, and he just side-foots it into the left corner.
Crisply hit into the corner.
That's a good team goal.
And exactly why Pochettino was right to bring him on in a game like this.
They are absolutely thrilled for him.
For God's sake, it's been a superb performance today from Tottenham Hotspur. They've played professional, they've played like the Premier League team. They've really shown why they are second in the Premier League.
Well, that'll do in the world of good. Let's hope it...
might get another one in a minute.
Oh,
Here he is again, Janssen scrapping for it. Webster to Cummings, only just evading Christian Eriksen. That's unwise from Sean Cummings. Here's Ben Davies. Put behind for the Spurs corner. And with 10 minutes to go,
if they say the FA Cup, the FA Cup ain't that important. Just look at the teams in the FA Cup semi-final. Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham, and then tomorrow it could be Chelsea or Man United. So I think the FA Cup still matters.
Eriksen's corner kick out by Onyedinma, back to Christian Eriksen. Ben Davies. Son Heung-min, not quite, goal kick.
9 minutes left.
Ago, Arsenal fans had T-shirts printed, I saw Jensen score, referring to John Jensen, similar name. To be fair, he has scored prior to today, but only from the penalty spot. Might be the first of many, who knows? Careers have turned on less than that.
Yeah, it could well do.
This will have gone already before Gregory lashed that.
It's hard no matter how good a player you are. It's hard at a new team sometimes, and
well, it's fair to say this game is over.
Go for you and your confidence drops, and before you know it, you're being looked at different than you were 6 months previous. So hopefully it'll get better for him now.
Well, Neil Harris now is just concerned that his team doesn't unravel in the last 10 minutes. Here's Son
Here
Heung-min.
come Tottenham again with Son.
Trippier, there's space everywhere
Over the
for Spurs.
Trippier. And that goes out for a corner.
Yet another Tottenham corner. They're up to 11 now. Trippier, Sissoko. In from Vertonghen.
This is 6. Oh, good save. Good save from King. Fantastic save.
What's a great ball in as well from Davies.
Great ball in, but it was a great save.
I mean, it was an easier chance than the one he scored.
5 goals from Spurs, and they've all been of the highest quality.
Here it is. Doesn't get a great contact on it. Got to head that more to the back post.
Ended up putting it in just
yeah,
about the
great
only place
contact
that Tom
on
King
it.
could possibly save.
That was a good save from the keeper from
Here he is
close
again.
range.
Janssen. Deflected. Corner.
Another corner. It's old Tottenham.
Well, they'll want to get one more, I would imagine, after missing that. And who's to say in the next 6 minutes he won't? Because
no, Trippier's not going to take it. It's going to be Ericsson.
Son Heung-min. Harry Winks.
And Harry Winks blasts straight into the south stand.
Getting a little carried away, Harry Winks. Hoping that he could get in on the act. He's an exciting young prospect for Tottenham Hotspur, is Harry Winks.
Well, there won't be much injury time. 1 minute, 2 minutes.
He's very confident. He always wants the ball. Doesn't look to faze him no matter how big the game. Great future ahead of him.
Give you a minute or two, Danny, to consider your man of the match in this FA Cup quarter-final. Is Williams. Spurs throw. All right, Millwall, Danny. I mean, obviously this has been a step too far for them today.
Yeah, I mean, they'll be disappointed because they've been...
Well, been a step too far for Millwall, but like I've said, Millwall have really given a good account of themselves in this quarter-final.
I mean, the first couple of... Well, they've all been good goals, haven't they? But the first two especially are super quality. And once they got 2 up, it's very difficult then for them to come out and try and press Spurs because they got beaten by even more. Yeah, just be proud of that. Don't let it affect their form coming up in the league.
As Davies hammering it into Sean
I don't
Cummings.
think this will affect their form whatsoever.
He's your man of the match, Danny.
Well, I mean, there's been some great performances.
Gotta be Son of South Korea.
Dele Alli again, but I'm going to go for Son. Not just his goals, since he's gone up front, he's ran the channels. His movement's been great. His touch has been good. He's given the assist to Janssen. For me, best player on the pitch today.
Son Heung-min will be pleased with his goal tally this season, 13. Ericsson forward, Son might yet get his hat-trick.
Spurs, are they going to make it 6? Oh, again, good defending.
Take it away from him. Well-timed touch as well, actually.
I'll tell you what, there was an argument to take him off because with Harry Kane injured, you need to protect him now.
I think,
well, I've got to say it's
Pochettino wisely taking off Dele Alli.
It's
If two stars shine brighter than the rest in this Spurs team, then it is
not
probably
very
Kane
often
and
you
Ali.
can say a team's
Here's
conceded
Janssen.
5 goals, but all the goals were of high quality. None of the goals were due to bad defending from Millwall. Millwall have defended pretty top-notch today.
Back into Gregory, who's done well to get there.
Every goal Tottenham scored, there had to be absolutely top-class goals, and they got 5 of them. And Tottenham get another goal, a 6th decent goal of the afternoon.
Being held by Webster.
Well, Tottenham are on their way to Wembley.
FA Cup football at one of the grand old homes of English football, White Hart Lane.
It looks like Millwall's route to Wembley will be in the playoffs.
Crew back in 1960, and their biggest ever crowd, over 75,000 for a cup quarter-final. Sunderland here in 1938. Even the new stadium won't hold quite as many as that, but
60,000 is a big number.
And this team, and an FA Cup semi-final certain coming their way.
Millwall still defending very deep.
Sissoko.
And Tottenham looking for another opener. I think now just pass the ball around.
Son Heung-min. Williams got his head on that.
Yeah, it was a good strike.
Well done,
again,
Williams.
Looked to me like it had the curl that he was hoping to get as well. Might have taken it in the top corner. Here's Winks. Spurs looking for a 6th.
He shoots for goal, and that reshakes about. Is that a corner or is it a goal kick?
Well, he certainly appreciated the jest of
Just 1 minute of normal time remaining. I'm going to predict what, 1 minute of injury time, 2 minutes at the most.
That means he's doing
I'll be
something
very
right in training,
surprised
you know, he's
if
obviously
there's
working hard.
any more than that.
Gives him half a chance.
Obviously still emotionally.
I've got to say the Millwall supporters have been absolutely magnificent for the whole 90 minutes as we are nearly there.
You're new to a club and you're feeling a bit isolated, but obviously not the case with Janssen.
Here's Sissoko. Nicely done by Son Heung-min.
This be a goal. No, good defending.
Trippier. Lee Mason, 4th official, is waving his board about, getting it ready. Son Heung-min, lovely feet. Atkinson. Sissoko.
Just playing around the
Harry
box.
Winks.
Harry Winks aims for goal, and it goes into the stands. Not a bad effort.
Still a good effort though.
2 minutes of injury time, I'll say that's spot on. That's always going high and wide.
6 foot, 8 foot past the post, but he's got that mindset where he's comfortable in his ability at such a young age.
He's a good player, Harry Winks, one for the future.
Cummings for Millwall. Still on Yedinma in support. Cummings looking to take on Vertonghen. In the end, beaten to it by Davis.
Well, Mill have got a minute to get a consolation goal. Oh, here come Tottenham going on the break.
Eriksen's onside. Janssen and Son in the middle. Son on a hat-trick. Here he is.
Oh, that's unlucky. Yes. The Son get a hat-trick with an own goal. That's really unlucky for Millwall.
For Tom King in the Millwall goal.
The 6th goal was a bit of a howler from King, who's had an absolute top game for Millwall.
Brilliant run. Good pick out from Ericsson. He doesn't quite get hold of it. Oh, don't feel for him, yeah, but you got to be happy for Son. His performance has warranted the hat-trick.
That's really unlucky.
I don't want to see that again.
No.
Well, the sixth goal is definitely not a good goal.
You cannot fail to see it.
That should be game over.
Well, pretty much 6 of the best. A bit of a masterclass from Tottenham Hotspur in the art of finishing.
I would say 5 of the best. Anyway, that's the game over. Congratulations to Tottenham. You join Arsenal and Man City in the semi-final. And I've got to say, well done to Millwall. You gave your all in that semi-final. Some good defending. A step too far, but hey, Millwall have got the playoffs to look forward to. And they could be back in the Championship next season. Well, that's me done for the afternoon. And I will just say goodbye and thank you very much.